Oh, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from the beautiful metaverse and more particularly from beautiful Danville, Illinois. And I want to thank you for joining me today. Today is my 60th birthday. If you didn't already know that, you can read it on the wall. Uh, we have a helpful message to remind us. And I want you, I want to thank you for joining me for this momentous day. And I suppose the 60th birthday is always a big day. But for me, it's been very much it's a bigger day because I almost didn't make it here, and because it's a bit of a reset in my life. I want to thank you for joining me not only today but throughout these months, both past and future. Hello to Autumn in the chat room. Good to see you, Autumn. And I hope that you will enjoy the adventure with me. And we have lots of things to come, but today we were going to take some time and focus on my birthday itself. I started the day with a lovely call from my son and my grandchildren, a great way to start the day. Hello to Raven in the chat room. Good to see you. And today, on this broadcast, I wanted to talk a little bit about gratitude. And I'm a great believer in the idea of the gratitude list. And hello to Brian in the chat room. Good to see you. And Bradley, good to see you. And the gratitude list is the idea that you take time to think about all the things that you're grateful for, no matter what's going on in your life. Because no matter what's going on, even if it's a difficult time, you'll always find a lot to be grateful for if you stop and think about it. And I'm a great believer that this is true. Today, I wanted to talk about the people in my life that I am grateful for. Hello to Lori in the chat room. And I have made some notes because there are an awful lot of people to mention. Hello to Sir Ebony in the chat room. Good to see you, Ebony. And obviously, I'm not going to get to every single person because there are so many wonderful people in my life. But I'm going to try. And hello to Melanie in the chat room. And I'm grateful for all of you who are joining me today. And I'm grateful for every day that you join me. It gives me great pleasure, and it really is a wonderful thing in my life. And with me are Brenda and Jason, and of course Ed, and I'm grateful for all of them as well. And here they are. Um, so, and with that, I wanted to take some time and say thank you. And I've made a list again because I'm trying not to miss anyone, but I know that I still will because there are just so many. Um, but I wanted to start by thanking my friends in Jacksonville. I've just moved from Jacksonville back to Danville, and I spent many wonderful years in Jacksonville. And the people that I knew there were an important part of my life, and I hope they'll still be an important part of my life, even though we're at a greater geographical remove. I want to start by thanking Lori Denman. And Lori was very kind to me, very generous to me for many, many years. She did a lot to make my life better, and I'm very grateful to her and for her. We had a lot of wonderful adventures, a lot of fun times, and I think that we did a lot of good work together as well. So thank you, Lori, for all of that, for the wonderful positive difference that you made in my life during these 7 years, and the wonderful difference you make in many people's lives. And I start my gratitude list with you. And again, thank you. Um, I'm grateful for Angela Munn, for the many years of friendship and support I've known from her, and for the very great work that she also does. Thank you, Angela. I'm grateful for Patrick Duncan, for his kindness and hospitality over the years. I'm thankful for Bowen Bars. Thank you, Bowen, for being such a good friend and for the many wonderful adventures we have had in these years. I'm grateful for Patty Parker, and thank you for your friendship and also for your refreshing point of view. Many times you have shown me things I might not otherwise have seen because you come at them from a different background than I do. And this can be very good. I'm grateful for Diallo Mud, otherwise known as Dee or Moonraven Uvantis. Thank you, Dee, for your friendship and uh, for the years of working together in mutual organizations, and just for your friendship all these years. And I hope that we will remain good friends for many years to come. And I'm grateful for Dreg Spellsinger for her friendship and her point of view that has often helped to widen my horizons. I'm grateful for Dustin Goodall for his friendship, for our mutual adventures, and his sense of humor that always lightened every occasion. And to Melanie Goodall for her friendship, for her kindness, for the wonderful work that she does um, with Jacksonville Pagan Pride and other things. And I'm grateful for Ramona Farrell um, for her friendship in the years that we've known each other. I'm grateful to John Anastasio for his friendship and the mutual adventures we have shared during these years. I'm grateful to Cher Davis for her friendship and for her never ending good cheer, which always, again, lightens every situation, lightens every heart. Um, I'm grateful to Pam Beck and to Rex for their friendship and the many wonderful things that they have helped me to do over the years. I'm grateful to all the members of Chosen Path Church, Compassion League Temple, and the Northeast Florida Pagan Leadership Coalition. We have had wonderful times, wonderful adventures, and all of you do such wonderful work. Um, and once again, I'm especially grateful for Lori Denman and her many years of friendship and kindness. And there's so many good people that I have known in Jacksonville beyond those I have named. I thank you all. I also want to point out that as I go through this, you may show up in a place you were not expecting. So um, don't assume that I have overlooked you because you're not necessarily where you thought you would be. Because I also want to thank everyone who was involved in my recent move. And of course, I want to thank um, Lori Blackman for her help with the move, but also for her help with so many things in life in our years of friendship. I regard Lori as being one of my nieces and um, a wonderful friend to have. I love her humor and and how far she's willing to go to make things happen. And I'm grateful for Chad Blackman. I'm grateful for his friendship, for his wonderful philosophical outlook, and all of the projects that we've worked on together. I'm grateful for Jason Heikerell, my nephew, um, who, my goodness, how many years have we worked
26.
together?
26.
26 years we've been working together. Um, grateful for all of those shared adventures, grateful for his friendship, and grateful for his help with the move. I'm grateful for Mary Cavalcante for her help with the move and her friendship and her continued support. I'm grateful for Jeffrey and Deja Carlier for their help with the move and their continued support. Um, I'm grateful to Brenda Pergandi.
Thank you.
And am I pronouncing that correctly?
It's actually Pergandi. It's
Per-
a long A.
Oh, very good. Grateful to Brenda Pergandi for her help with the move and for her friendship and support. And I'm grateful to all of my Patreons, the people on Patreon who are supporting me as I go forward. This really is a very important part of my life now. I hope you're enjoying that experience, and I'm grateful again to all of the people watching this program, joining me in the chat room, um, watching my broadcast every day. It means a great deal to me, and I love you all. I want to take a moment to thank the people who made me who I am, and I'm going to start with my mother, Laveda. In a lot of ways, my mother did more than anyone else to make me who I am, um, and I'm grateful for her having been my mother, for her philosophical, spiritual, and magical teachings, um, and for her lessons in how to deal with people. Many situations I faced in life I could never have faced if I had not had her example to help me. Um, and so I'm very grateful for my mother. I'm very grateful for my father. And some of you are familiar with my late father. He had a number of issues um, for which I'm actually grateful because dealing with those issues also did a lot to equip me for the life I've led. My father had a lot of good points. He was very creative. I think that my career as an artist is largely due to him. He was a person who never met a stranger. And again, he had his issues, but learning how to deal with those issues was very important. So I'm grateful for him and all that came with him. Um, I'm grateful to my grandmother, Mabel, for her spiritual teachings, but also for her love and support at the very beginning of my life. It gave me a stability, and for the fact that she has been my primary spirit guide throughout life. This has given me a grounding and a stability that I'm very grateful for, and not only has helped me in life, but has helped me with my work tremendously. I'm grateful for Lady Crystal, Crystal High Corral, my cousin and primary teacher. And um, I was taught also by my mother and by Lady Crystal's mother, Gloria, but it was Crystal herself who was my primary teacher and working partner for many, many years. And I'm grateful for her wisdom and her patience above all else and her kindness. Um, I also received one of my earliest happy birthdays today from her, which is wonderful. Um, I often say that it was her willingness to be patient when things were difficult that perhaps was most valuable in my training because I learned that sometimes things don't take immediately and you have to come back to them. I'm grateful to Virginia Bitterwind Smith, the my altar sister, my cousin, who was also less formally, but in reality, one of my primary teachers, and also one of my primary unteachers. Bitterwind looked at things very differently from any other person, and her teachings about nature, the nature of the universe, the nature of karma, were very important, both for me and for the Corellian tradition. And they did move things in in an important and interesting direction that they might never have taken otherwise. So I'm very grateful for Lady Bitterwind. I'm grateful for Fran Lukey, the sometimes called the court psychic of the Haikarel family, who was a spiritualist minister. I am grateful for watching her in action as a spiritualist minister, um, and for being able to work with her, even to the point of occasionally having done services in her spiritualist church. I'm grateful for Ed Hubbard, who has been um, my primary relationship for many, many years, my primary resource and support, and also, like Lady Bitterwind, a person whose viewpoints have greatly expanded my own. Ed comes at things very differently, and he is known for cutting through illusions and getting to the heart of matters, which has been very important in life. I'm grateful to Tracy Wood, who, with whom I shared many years of friendship and adventure, and who gave me a great deal of kindness and support over many years. I'm grateful to Chuck Wood for his friendship and support. And I'm grateful to Janice Christian for her many years of friendship and support and the great adventures we had together, um, and the irreplaceable memories that come from that. I'm grateful to Jackie Arjanoski, the first publisher to publish any quantity of my work, my science fiction work, rather than my pagan work. J.R. Janoski was originally meant to be the publisher of the Tarot of Hecate, for example, but she did publish a great number of things which brought me into the world of publishing in my first adventures. And I'm grateful to I. Joan Kokolas, who was the editor working with J.R. Janoski, who first published my work, both written and artwork. There are a lot of people who have served as mentors to me that I am grateful for, and I want to take a moment to acknowledge them. And um, it's difficult to say which of them offered the most as a mentor over the years, but I'm going to start with Pete Pathfinder Davis of the Aquarian Tabernacle Church. I'm very grateful for Pete um, for his mentoring and his friendship over many, many years. We used to speak for hours on the phone. Um, and Pete shared with me his practical outlook and his get things done attitude, which was very important because this is often in short supply in spiritual circles. Pete really helped me to be more practical in my attitudes and to see beyond some of the common tropes in the world that I live in, to look at what actually does and does not work. I am very grateful for Olivia Robertson, who was one of the better religious politicians I have known. Lady Olivia was one of those people. I think the saying is that she could tell you to go to hell and make you feel happy to be on your way. She was infinitely diplomatic, charming, and her years of friendship are greatly treasured, and her outlook is greatly treasured. Um, and the fact that she had her eyes firmly on the future and really was not fond of nostalgia, I think is one of her strongest contributions, together with how to handle people in diplomatic ways. I'm grateful for Paul Barrel, my friend of many, many years, who I also spent many, many hours on the phone with. Paul has probably published more of my artwork than anyone outside of our own platforms. I did tremendous amounts of artwork for the Unicorn, which is the newsletter of the Rowan Tree Church, and Paul was a great friend. Um, he influenced me in many ways, and one of them was understanding that for to use the cliched phrase, age is a privilege denied to many, and that to mourn the passing of youth is rather foolish, because the truth is, as we grow older, we gain so many things that we often don't realize in youth. At least when we're willing to embrace it rather than struggling against it. I'm very grateful for Gray Cat of the North Wind tradition, someone I worked with extensively many years ago and like, also spent many hours on the phone with. And Gray Cat um, was a wonderful person. I'm very grateful for her friendship. I'm grateful to Donna Lyon Rose. I used to think of Donna Lyon Rose as the poet laureate of the pagan world in the 1980s. She was a wonderful poet, a fine artist, and a good friend, and someone that I miss very much. I'm grateful to L. Edward Lawrence, um, who operated the Lawrence Museum of Magic and Witchcraft and was a distant cousin of mine and a good friend for many years. All of these people were important mentors in my life in various ways. Um, Another mentor was Novala Suter. I used to work with Novala in the J&M Psychic Fair circuit, and Novala was so alive, so vital, and so vibrant, and so kind, and an Earth Mother to everyone, and just a delightful person. I'm grateful to Rosemary Fletcher, who I often remark as being the greatest psychic I have known, um, and also perhaps the most unassuming. Wonderful friend, wonderful mentor, very much missed. I'm grateful to Robin Locherko, an old friend who can read literally anything and is more than happy to demonstrate that. I'm grateful to Jim Barrett, who ran the J&M Psychic Fair circuit, for all that I learned from working with him and watching him, and to Marlena the Stone Lady. for all I learned from her, including why psychic fairs are really some of the best training for a psychic. Um, I want to thank my long term friends. I want to thank George McGilvery, who I met in first grade and have known for so many years. And we've recently reconnected, which gives me great joy in my heart. Thank you, George. And I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. I want to thank Diana Bucco, a friend of many decades who I treasure. Laura Enright, a friend of many decades who I treasure and a great author. Maggie de la Yata, um, a great friend and world adventurer who is an inspiration in the many wonderful adventures that she has and the many social causes she works for. Um, I'm grateful to Mark Garlick Brown, affectionately known as Marky, a friend also of many decades' duration, um, and for all of his work um, in the world of urban farming and sustainable resources. I'm grateful to Renee Bauta for her many years of friendship and support. I'm grateful to Melanie Silver for her many years of friendship and support and for the many adventures we had in the days of Panthea Temple. I'm grateful for Donna Kohlschultz, also known as Lady Morda. Donna was a good friend for many years um, and is very much missed. I'm grateful for the lessons from her in how to handle public ritual, and also for watching how she handled um, the Chicago pagan politics. I'm grateful to Victoria Carlson, a friend of many years, who was such a supportive person to me and to so many others, um, and um, is a friend of treasured memory. I'm grateful to Chris Crosby, also a friend of treasured memory, who wrote under the name Ursa and who was always kind and cheerful and had the best food, and who was involved, like Donna and Victoria, in so many activities back in those days. I'm grateful to Dina Buta of the Fellowship of Isis, who I worked so closely with for so many years. And um, it was so. There were many adventures with Lady Dina, both personal and public, but working with her in the Chicago Fellowship of ISIS conventions was a major adventure, and particularly the mystery plays that I will never fade from my memory. I'm grateful to Joan Forrest Mage of the Life Force Arts Center, and I'm grateful for her friendship, for her positivity, and for all that she does for so many people in the Chicago community and elsewhere. I'm grateful for Demetria Nanos, for her many friends, her many years of friendship, and for all the work that she does. I'm grateful to Laura Jane's daughter of the Fellowship of Isis Los Angeles, a wonderful person who did a great deal for many people, often behind the scenes. Many people know the things that she did publicly. Few people know how much she did privately and wanted to keep anonymous. She was a huge patron of the community. I'm grateful to Sorolta de Falte for the years of friendship and shared adventures with her. I'm grateful to Michael Starsheen for the years of friendship with him, and to Kiel Milner for the years of friendship with him, and for all the wonderful work that they do. I want to thank my friends from Salem and express my gratitude to them, starting with Terry Milton, the Rock Lady. Terry, you rock. Terry was the kindest, nicest person, is the kindest, nicest person you could ever ask to meet. And her method of reading is absolutely unique and interesting. And but it's her personality that is the real treasure. A wonderful person. I'm very grateful to Foxglove Death McLeod, also known as Katrina Kessler. I often say that Katrina was the most talented person I've ever met. It seemed like there was nothing she could not do. Uh, she tragically left this world at a very early age. I can only imagine what she would have done had she lived longer. But what she did in that short period of time was amazing. And it was a privilege to get to share several years of her life. Um, Her intelligence, her charm, her kindness. I remember she once kidnapped me during an ice storm because she did not want me to be alone in my apartment. And that was so kind of her. Um, she was simply a treasure to know. I want to express my gratitude to Therese DeVoe, um, a charming, wonderful person who is unlike any other person, and knowing her um, and having the chance to be her friend was a great privilege, is a great privilege. I want to thank Danielle Young um, for her friendship and creativity um, and the many adventures we shared. I want to thank Alfred McCarthy for the friendship that we have shared and the time we spent together in those days in the museum and the many interesting characters that he has created. I want to thank Melissa De Geneva for her kindness and support. I want to thank Alexander, also known as Lex, for his friendship. And I want to thank Bill Lesdowski for his kindness, friendship, and support, which made that time much more pleasant, much easier. I'm very grateful for all of these people and so many others um, that again I won't get to everyone, but I'm trying to do my best. I want to thank my Witch School family. I want to express my gratitude for Witch School itself, which totally changed my life. I want to thank Marianne Kay for the many years of friendship I've shared with her and the many wonderful things that she's done for me and so many other people, um, and for her creativity and um, her intelligence and her hard work in so many ways. I want to thank Lisa Tuitt for her friendship and for all the wonderful work she did in creating the original programming for Witch School and for the adventures that we shared back in the Hoopston days. I want to thank Mike Farrell for being the longtime programmer at Witch School and for the privilege of having known him for so many years. Mike is a fascinating young man. I want to thank Virginia Powell for all that she did. Um, Virginia is another person who is now in spirit, but I treasure the years that I did know her here in the physical world. She was often called the godmother because of her concern for others and particularly her concern for her family. But she also brought a great deal of organization to the Witch School operation in the early days in Hoopston. I want to thank Rihanna Marie for the privilege of her friendship and for her great creativity and artistry and being able to share a small portion of that. I'm very grateful to Wendy LaJoy for the many years of friendship I shared with her and for all the work she did for me and for so many other people. Wendy was a patron to so many students and did so much to help so many people. I'm very grateful not just for the role she played in my life, but in so many. I'm grateful for Carla Summers for all the work that she did in Witch School and for her friendship. Um, Carla is another wonderful person. Um, and again, one of those people now in spirit, but I'm very grateful to have known her in life. I'm grateful to Green Owl for the many years of work that she put into to Witch School and to training students, and for the years of friendship that I shared with her. I'm grateful to Sherry Cooper for the friendship that I shared with her and for all the work that she did in building this system. I'm grateful to Pam Kelly for her friendship, for all the work she put into Pagans Night Radio, and for all the work that she does in the wider world. Um, Thank you, Pam. I'm sure your work makes a great difference to a lot of people. And I want to thank the city of Hoopston for making me world famous. The move to Hoopston 20 years ago, um, give or take less than 30 days, was really a turning point in all of our lives, and it really did take us and make us far better known than we were beforehand. It was difficult, it was enjoyable, it was an adventure, and it was an exponential growth. So thank you, Hoopston. I want to thank Diana Midnight, who was one of the most welcoming people in Hoopston. There were many welcoming people, and some not so welcoming, but Diana stands out in my mind always, another person now in spirit. I want to thank Oberon Zell for showing me what an active old age can look like and how to remain vital, um, and to remain engaged with life, a lesson that I hope to copy. I want to thank Selena Fox for her years of friendship and alliance um, and all of the adventures that I have shared with her either directly or vicariously, and for all the work that she does in the world, which has made the world such a better place for our pagan people. I want to thank Belladonna Laveau. I'm grateful for Belladonna, who I think is one of the bright stars of our future and our present. And I want to be grateful for her friendship and also for all the work that she is doing to advance our community. I am grateful for Phaedra Bonowitz. I'm grateful for the many years I've known her, for the many years of friendship and support. And also, I'm grateful to Phaedra for having created what I think is a defining statement about our community, that pagans do not have holy books, we have holy libraries. And even though my own library has been downsized a bit, I still have my holy library going forward. And thank you, Phaedra, for encapsulating that so beautifully and for all the other wonderful things you do. I want to thank Chris Penzak for the years of friendship that he has shown me, and for the fact that every time we encounter one another is always a happy, pleasant encounter. I want to thank Raven Grimazi, who is another person now in spirit, for the friendship and support that that we had with him for so many years, and also Stephanie Taylor. I'm very grateful for you as well, and Stephanie, of course, continues to carry forward Raven's work. I'm grateful for Ellen Dugan, the hardest working person in the pagan world, um, for all of the friendship she showed me and all of the very good advice she gave me, particularly regarding publishing. I want to thank my friends from St. Louis. We've been involved in the St. Louis picnic and the St. Louis community for many, many years, and there are so many people that I should thank, but there are certain ones that I will thank. I want to thank Cassia Morgan for her very strong friendship and support for so many years. Cassia, thank you very much. I'm very grateful for your friendship. I want to thank Lindsay Peach for her friendship and support for so many years. Lindsay, I'm very grateful for you. I want to thank Charlene Walls for her friendship and support over these many years. Charlene, I treasure your friendship. I want to thank Karen Deerhoff for her friendship and support over so many years, and the constant good cheer that she always seems to manifest. Um, Karen is one of those people who you always simply feel happy when you're around because it's an aura she carries. She is a wonderful person. I'm grateful to Ronald Beery for the many years of friendship, and the many interactions we have had. And I'm grateful to River Higginbotham um, for the years of friendship we have shared and all the wonderful things he has done, particularly for the St. Louis community and the wider community. And of course, I want to thank my Corellian family. And there are thousands of people around the world in my Corellian family, and far too numerous for me to mention everyone. But I want to mention some people, particularly starting with Stephanie Neal. And I want to express my gratitude to Stephanie, both for the many years of friendship and support I've enjoyed from her, and for the many wonderful things she's done over these years, promoting Corellianism and promoting things like the arts in Corellianism, but also for all that she will do going into the future. Um, Stephanie, I'm very grateful for you. I want to express my gratitude to Mike Neal. Mike has done so much to stabilize the tradition and such hard work in so many areas. Mike, we're very grateful for you. I am very grateful for you. I'm grateful for your friendship over these many years. I want to express my gratitude to Phoenix Coffin Williams for the many years of friendship that we have had. Phoenix is one of my nephews, and I want to thank him for stepping up um, to learn the many skills that he has developed that have made him, I think, uniquely positioned to carry the weight of the first priesthood. Um, I'm very grateful to Phoenix both for doing that, as I am grateful to Stephanie, and also for the many good things he does in life. I am grateful for um, the many people that I see him nurture and bring forward, which to me is really the name of the game. Want to express my gratitude to my niece Alyssa Kemp, and I want to thank her for the many years of friendship and support. And I also want to express my gratitude for her two beautiful daughters, Mabel, Mabel Jean and Nadia, um, who just bring joy to my heart. I want to express my gratitude to my niece Elizabeth Hamilton Highcorrell. Elizabeth, um, I've shared many years of adventure with Elizabeth. I suspect there are more adventures to come, and I want to express my gratitude for her resilience and and the fact that she always keeps trying and always trying to move forward, which is a wonderful thing. I want to express my gratitude to my nephew Zach Parker, um, one of our earliest paladins. Um, I'm very grateful for Zach's continued friendship, and I'm hoping to get to see him sometime in the next couple of months, after many years that he has spent in the United Kingdom. I want to express my gratitude to Carol Nolan of the Ouroboros tradition, who began our Corellian um, adventure in South Africa many years ago. And I want to express my even greater gratitude to Rain Packery, who single handedly saved our Corellian operation in South Africa when the Ouroboros tradition separated from us. Rain, you have done such a wonderful job in South Africa. But even more importantly, you are such a wonderful person, and you have been such a great friend. And I want to thank you and all the people in Clan of Kepper Temple for your friendship. And it was very great to be able to speak to you this morning. And one day I look forward to returning to South Africa for more in person adventures. I want to express my gratitude to Ablis Pendragon, who I have known for so many years now, and for his friendship and the many adventures we have shared together, and the greater adventures I hope to have in the future. Uh, and I want to express my gratitude to Ira Alsaret for her friendship and the many things that she does. And I want to thank Ablis and Ira both for all of their work um, in promoting Corellianism and spirituality in general in the Spanish speaking world. And I hope to one day visit you there in Spain, which I think would be a wonderful adventure. I want to thank Rolando Comon, otherwise known as Apu Adman Agama, in the Philippines for his years of friendship and support, and for all that he has done in the Philippines. Apu, you have done wonderful work. I admire you very much, and I'm very grateful to be able to think of you as a friend. Um, I want to thank Silas Mimir for all the wonderful things that he does and for the years of friendship that I have shared with him. I want to thank Janine de Oya for her years of friendship and support, and for the work that she has done and is doing in the wider community. Um, I want to thank Rodney Deisinger uh, for all the things that he did during his lifetime, and for the years of friendship that we shared before his untimely end. I want to thank I want to thank Cher Davis for her friendship and support. I may have mentioned her already, but um, it's a long list. Some people may get mentioned twice. I want to thank Cher both for her friendship and for her constant joyfulness. I want to thank Ravenwolf Greenfield for all that they do and for their constant efforts in getting the word out on so many subjects, and of course for their friendship and support. I am grateful to you, Ravenwolf. I want to express my gratitude to Ebony Nash, otherwise known as Sir ELN, who we saw in the chat room earlier. Uh, Thank you, Ebony, for all that you do and for your years of friendship and support, but especially for your work in promoting the arts and music in particular, which I think is very important. I want to express my gratitude to Rich Donahue, also known as Cloud the Pagan Rapper, um, for his friendship and support and all the work that he is doing in the world, but especially for his promotion of the arts and, again, especially music. Ebony and Rich have done so much to advance music in the Corellian world. And I commend you both for all of this hard work and also for your beautiful music. Um, and of course, I want to thank my Pagan World family. I want to thank Mary Hawk for all that she is doing and for her friendship and the wonderful conversations that we have had. I want to thank Cosmo Rubiconis for the incredibly fascinating conversations that we have and for his friendship and support. Cosmo actually came out to see us in Jacksonville a few months ago, which was a wonderful adventure, and I hope there'll be many more adventures in the future. I want to thank and express my gratitude to Neil Goodman for his friendship and for the wonderful work he is doing. And then there are so many other people. I want to express my gratitude to Edith Hunt. I want to express my gratitude to Bradley Fosterberry. I want to express my gratitude to Diane Lavandowski. I want to express my gratitude to Kyle Metzger. I want to express my gratitude to Gary Strout. Um, but the problem is, I could go on naming people until we've used an entire hour. So I think at this point, I'd like to say that I'm grateful for all the people in my life. And I'm grateful to the friends I've had for so many years. I'm also grateful for the people I've just met. And to be honest, although maybe not in every moment, but existentially, I'm grateful even to the people who have not been friends, but perhaps opponents in life, because this too is part of the tapestry of life. And I am grateful for those experiences as well, for the people who helped me to rise to my better self in adverse circumstances. Hopefully, I rose to my better self. The people who gave me the challenges to learn from. I'm grateful to all of you. And I'm grateful to the many different places I have lived, the many different people I've known in all those places. Um, and so I think that I have come to the end of listing people. But there really are so many more I could have listed, and I thank you all. And with that, I want to thank all of the people who have joined me for this noonday broadcast. I love all of you. I'm grateful for your presence, just as I love everyone I've mentioned, and I'm grateful for their presence in my lives, um, my life, my lives, however you want to look at it. Sometimes it seems like there have been several. Uh, and as we go forward, I look forward to many more years of friendship and adventure with all of you. So now, let us close with our prayer as we do at every midday. Divine Mother Goddess, Divine Father God, beloved ancestors, I thank you for all that you do in my life, and we thank you for all that you do in our lives. I express my gratitude to you, singly and altogether, for the many years I have spent with you and the many adventures we have had between the worlds. May you be blessed now and always. And I pray that you will bless and keep and protect and advance all of the wonderful people that I have named and have not named, even as you bless the world in general. May blessings flow for all of them, for all of us, and for you as well. Knowing you're always with us, yet from respect, we thank you for your presence, and may you be blessed now and always. I thank you for your presence, and I've enjoyed this time with you. I enjoy this time with you every day, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And until next time, I love you all, and may all of you be blessed now and always.